When my wife passed and I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
You're here for this.
Excuse me, it's not your business.
I'm good, boss.
Levin, was that some military shit?
Hey, you didn't see anything.
Just get my back if I ever need it. Jenny's missing.
She went out with her friends on Friday.
The police don't have the resources to work these cases. They take a report and forget about it.
Please, find our daughter.
Where's the girl?
You a cop?
You wish I was a cop.
Yo, these guys are next level.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
The Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And last night, opening night of the weekend of, I guess the last weekend of March, the 28th or the 27th, I went ahead and I saw the new Jason Statham movie, following right on the heels pretty much of The Beekeeper, and along basically the same lines, again with David Ayer directing and also working on the screenplay along with Sylvester Stallone, which I'll get into in a moment. This movie is called A Working Man. And remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for A Working Man, it is essentially a shock a thumbs up. What can I say about this movie? You've read the description, seen the trailer that I put in front of this review. Essentially, Jason Statham is he's a construction worker. While he's doing construction now, he's ex-military British special forces, as he usually is in his movies since he's British. And he was actually in, the British special forces, or at least the British Army, to say the least. Essentially, he's here in America, working in Chicago. His wife died a while ago. Their daughter is staying with their grandfather, who's fighting him for custody. And he's struggling to make ends meet as a working man, retired from the military, working construction. And the family who owns the construction business, their daughter, their teenage, she's in college, but, kind of maybe early 20s, late teens. She gets abducted and taken by Russian gangsters into a human trafficking kind of thing where they want to put her into prostitution, essentially. And so they ask him, knowing of his background in military special forces, to help them, since the police can't really do anything against these Russian gangsters. And as he owes the family for giving him a job, he goes ahead and moves into action. What can I say about this movie? It is, again, overall a shock a thumbs up. It is not as good, I don't think, as The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper was next level kind of insanity. In this one, Jason Statham does a lot more gunplay than martial arts. At least in the Beekeeper, I prefer seeing the martial arts action. I don't mind some gunplay along with, kind of quasi John Wick, as long, the gun fu, along as with some martial arts action. You saw in the trailer, he does this epic kind of fight at the construction. That's about the most epic physical battle that he does. Most of the other battles, the majority of them, other than maybe some kicks or punches here and there, are all, shooting battles, essentially. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that's really shows the focus that Sylvester Stallone worked into the script on this. Because essentially, I don't know how much time Sylvester Stallone worked on this along with David Ayers, as they're both credited for the script. But it definitely seems like maybe Sylvester Stallone took an old or an early, Rambo, Last Blood kind of script scenario idea and kind of just gave it to David Ayers and said, okay, work something out of this. Because essentially this is the exact same plot, whereas Jason Statham, instead of John Rambo, goes and saves this girl that's abducted or goes to rescue her. I will give a spoiler that this ends more positively than Rambo Last Blood, as Jason Statham does, spoilers, save the girl in the end. Whereas in Last Blood, Rambo, unfortunately, the girl dies and he gets his revenge on those who killed him, the Mexican mafia or drug lords in Mexico. Whereas here it's Russian gangsters in Chicago. But again, there is a lot of action, a lot of, suspenseful moments. So it is an overall good, shock a thumbs up for the most part. The story is pretty cookie cutter, like I explained, and very reminiscent of Rambo, and along with these other rescue kind of movies. I personally would have liked to have seen more martial arts in this from Jason Statham, but again, he is getting older, so maybe he's leaning away from a lot of the physical one-on-one confrontations as he does. There's maybe 2 good fight scenes. The one's the construction one he's in a biker gang. But again, the majority of the action is going to come from shoot 'em ups, which again are pretty entertaining, especially with Jason Statham. I will say that there are, it definitely looked, if the Russian gangsters had really, really wanted to, this girl would be dead, and this would have ended a little bit more like Rambo Last Blood, because he really seems to take his time. I mean, okay, his methodology to finding these Russian gangsters, seeing who's the head boss of the Russian gangsters and targeting them so that he can get the information on this girl. It's like, okay, he goes a little too high, I think, because it takes him a while to get down to her, and there are several moments whereas if in the script she didn't have the script armor, this girl, she would have been dead at least 2 times over before Jason Statham gets on the scene to rescue her. That being said, it is an overall shock and thumbs up. I did enjoy this movie overall, and it's probably one of the better movies out this weekend, especially action-wise. I'll see how Death of a Unicorn is tonight, Saturday night, but Friday night was spent with a working man, and that was worth it. At least a matinee. Definitely you'll want to catch this on streaming when it goes, and it'll definitely have legs like The Beekeeper did on any streaming service, probably Netflix where it ends up. All right, mahalo and aloha.